All right, so the file manager inside Pinnacle Cart is pretty powerful and simple to use. Don't be intimidated by it. You're going to need to add files to your cart, obviously, and one of those things you're going to need to add are images that you want to use on any custom pages that you make yourself. So, for instance, what I mean by that is like on the public-private sector here. This image here needs to be uploaded into the images/custom folder inside Pinnacle Cart. And in order to do that, there's a couple of ways to do it. You can either have FTP access, and if you don't want to use FTP, that's okay. You don't have to. Pinnacle Cart makes it really easy to dump images onto your server. You can just come up to Cart Settings and then down to File Manager. And then if you click to launch the File Manager, it's going to bring up the window here, pop-up window. You'll need to have pop-up blockers disabled. And so you can see we're in the cart root. This is the location. We don't want to go poking around in here too much because you can break it, so just be careful. Don't ever click any of these buttons here to delete anything. So here you can see, obviously, for developers, if you needed to edit your htaccess file, here's where you could do that. If you need to edit your robot.txt file, here's where you can do that simply by clicking edit. But for these purposes, most people are just going to need to upload images into their images/custom folder. So we're going to click on Cart Images up here on the left. And that's going to bring us, you'll notice that we went to the cart root, and then we went to the images folder, and now we need to go click on the custom folder here to go inside. And so now we're inside the images/custom folder where we need to put images in that we want to use on our pages, and on our custom pages, that is. And in order to do that, we're just going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. You simply click Browse, select the image you want to dump in, and then hit Upload File, and it'll dump it into this folder for you. And then if you want to, obviously, if you're going to keep dumping images in, you can front load them or preload all of them before you start building your website, so everything is there when you go to access it. So then once we have our images inside our file manager where they're supposed to be, when we go to create or edit text pages, and if we want to add a new page, you'll notice that the instructions say here, you want to use this section to add a custom page to your cart. To get the correct look, be sure to use HTML. You can click here to edit appearance settings. So these are the default images, layouts, and colors which you've seen in the other videos. But more importantly here is to add images to this page. The images need to be moved to the images/custom folder, which we just did. So if you load everything in there, and it gives you the options here. You can do this by moving the images via FTP, or you can click here to use the file manager, which we just used. So once we've loaded all the images in, then we've got them readily available. So when we come to edit in HTML mode, and we click in here and we click go to insert edit image, it's going to reference our library of images that we've got. So when we click browse right here, it's going to pull up everything inside the images and inside the custom folder. On the left here, we just navigated to it. So here's all those images that we've loaded. So they're nice and readily available for us to reference inside an article that we create. And we just click on the image. You definitely want to make sure that you align the image over to the right or the left, and give it a horizontal space of 5 to 10 pixels. That basically puts a border around it, and then we don't need, or pardon me, a border. We don't want a border of 0. Vertical space would be 5. And so now when we insert that image on the right, yeah, we don't need description. When we put in text, if our text were to butt up against the image, we're going to get a 5-pixel border around that. So you'll notice you'll see that additional white space there around that image. So that's how to dump things up into the your images/custom folder using this file manager. You can access it directly from this page, and then just scroll down to the bottom of the page, and you can quickly upload additional images into that custom folder. So I hope that was helpful.